just good at arguing.
Oh, I hate that.
Right?
Right.
I get that one every once in a while. And the thing is, that's an ad hominem. Okay, whether or not I'm right or not has nothing whatsoever to do with whether I'm actually good at arguing as well. I mean, thank you very much, but that doesn't mean I'm fucking wrong, does it?
Right.
Well, so what Ray just pulled there was an ad hominem. You see that, right?
I call that more. They're saying you have an authority or a power to win the argument they don't have.
No, right? Okay, no, it's an ad hominem because they're bringing you into the discussion. Are you relevant to whether or not Ed, the anime Full Metal Alchemist, is or is not an atheist?
Nope.
No. So why is that coming up at all?
He thought it was true.
It's not relevant.
Yeah.
No, Ray likes fallacies. I've heard a lot of Ray's arguments and relayed them. Ray's a major fucking fan of fallacies.
Who's Ray?
This
he's one of Valo's friends.
This one failed immediately though.
Are you sure?
Remember that my two favorite characters are atheists.
Yeah, but in any case.
Yeah, so he's already failed that. It's
fine. But you understand that's a fallacy, right?
I get it.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Am I hearing more Dino Red?
No, for the fourth trigger is triggered. Still triggered. It will follow. He's sitting by the fence. I wanted
so we can put a dino gate on one of those levels there, and so that the birds can get in and just be contained.
Oh, you want like a full containment facility?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, for the birds, because they're the ones that will fly over the fence, right?
Yes.
Whereas the other things will not.
Let's see if I have enough to build a saddle for it.
Do you want me to bring down some stuff for you?
Let me tell you what I need to build the saddle.
I'm assuming you need chitin? Do you need chitin?
I have the chitin harvester with me.
Well, but do you have the chitin?
Let's see. There's 30. What is this? Trike saddle? This one doesn't have that much chitin either. Yeah, I guess I need more chitin.
Okay. Very happy to bring you chitin.
150 chitin. How much do I need? Chitin, fiber, hide. Okay, fiber I have. Hide I should have plenty. Yep, okay, so out of all the chitin we have... Aloe, when are you gonna come play this game with us?
Probably.
Yeah, because you know what we need? We need the giant-eyed anime mob, don't we, Alan?
Oh, I see.
Yeah, if we can put some swords in the game that were really huge, like 10 times the size of any of our actual characters.
Are you making fun of Sephiroth's sword or just generally?
I'm making fun of Final Fantasy and Cloud's idiot sword.
I was so surprised to find out that sword wasn't magic. Thought it was like the whole game.
It would have to be magic.
It's just metal. It can break easy.
Then it's magic that can break easy, because if it were not magic, you would not be able to swing it around. Assuming it's made out of metal. You know what? It could be a giant.
Cloud's magic. That's why he can lift it.
Oh, okay. So cloud is magic. Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
I mean, it could just be a giant wiffle bat.
Kind of acts like one. Keeps smashing little rats with the fucking sword, and they don't die. And I still don't understand why they don't die.
You'd think, right?
I had some.
Oh, this is always good. Is the aloe domestic
abuse?
Yeah, it's beginning aloe.
Nah,
Oh.
man. I am sad. I am ready to make me sad now that one of my favorite anime is never gonna get finished.
Final Fantasy VII?
Nah, it's an anime about an atheist guy versus witches. Mm-hmm.
Did you put the kite in?
Well, I'm trying to find an empty thing I can put shit in.
Oh, I just keep
Your-
building
your-
new
your-
ones.
Your smithy is full of all kinds of garbage.
It
All right,
is.
so I put your ramshackle axe that you gave me in the forest when we were getting the Tetzel,
Mhm,
and I've given you a ramshackle pickaxe in addition to that, which is yours.
Thank you.
Oh well.
Oh yeah. I'm also here is some wool to assist you with making stuff. So do you need that wool then?
Yes. Where's the stupid bird?
Yeah, hello?
Thinking about something.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm thinking back to something you told me a while ago.
Me or Ray?
You.
Oh yeah? What's that?
You told me you hated protagonists who would give up. And I'm thinking the reason I may not like the end of my favorite show is because it does end with the protagonist giving up.
Giving up what?
Well, the way he gets like his entire family goes on an island, and there's a witch there that's trying to go through a rite of passage,
What the fuck are
and
you
for a
watching?
witch to huh?
What are you watching?
It was something. It's called Yumiko no Koro ni.
Yeah, Ella watches a lot of movie nonsense. So, in any case, you're saying I said that I don't like protagonists that what?
Give up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because the whole story is about them doing something.
Well, he did things up until the point he gave up.
Yeah, well, then that just means the payoff is never mind, which is garbage.
Yeah, he had like an identity crisis and decided he didn't want to fight the witches anymore. He's the child of a witch. It's like awkward. It's like, how can I not believe in this thing that I was literally made from?
Well, was I? How does he know?
Because his mom's a witch.
Yeah, and what if she's a liar? What if she actually isn't his mom, but rather a witch that just wants him to think that he's...
Then he would have to acknowledge that his entire life and all the moments you've had up to that point were a fabrication.
Or this is a cunning facsimile and is not actually real. It's just a witch that is impersonating his mom and making him think that she is a witch.
Then where's his real mom?
Well, maybe she ate her. Fucking witches do that, right? Right?
Yep.
Okay, so what if his real mom is buried in the fucking under the rose bushes or something? Ah, see?
That is another way to go.
Yeah. Well, that's the way I'd go.
Yeah.
I mean, assuming I needed to not believe that she was a witch.
Yeah. It was. I just really loved his lack of belief. That was my favorite thing. No matter how much magic nonsense they did, he never believed in it, so it never affected him. Best.
So I've added some additional canteens for you.
Yes, thank you.
I recommend that if you drain them, that you refill them when it rains.
Yes. I will wait for the rain. Also, never mind. I'll get around to making the water preservation, whatever the fuck they're called. Reservation tanks?
Well,
Fuck.
you want to. They have to have access to the sky, so you're going to want to make sure that wherever you build them, you're not going to build on top of them. They have to be exposed to the sky for them to fill with water.
I'll build them somewhere in the outer reaches.
No. I mean, you've seen where I put them in my base, right?
Yep, roof.
Yep. And you can plumb down throughout the building. You could have a pipe that goes to the ground floor. Yeah?
Just type.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just arguing looking at friends on the internet.
Yeah. And is that going someplace?
Nah, not particularly.
I mean, can we just agree that Ray is a degenerate?
I call her a degenerate all the time.
In all definitions of the word, he's just literally a degenerate.
He or she?
I don't know all definitions, so I want to be careful with that.
Go pop open your Merriam-Webster's, buddy. Go through definitions 1 through 4, and tell me how many of those line up with Ray. I think you'll find at least 3, which is pretty good. All you need is one of them to line up. Get multiple lining up, you did something.
Well, yeah, I think most of these would fit.
See what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Lower than corrupt. Sinking lower than corrupt. What's beyond corrupt?
Defiled?
Yeah, I don't know. That seems like a stupid definition. Lower than, yeah, because that's highly arbitrary. All right, so I'm depositing 200 metal ingots, or sorry, 400 metal ingots into your smithy.
Thank you. And I'm in the process of building another ladder.
Sounds like combat's happening.
It's okay, whatever it is, it'll die. It died.
Yeah, it's just a retarded diplo.
There's a lot of these things lying around. Trying to be fancy.
Something to keep in mind is there's only so many spaces in the smithy.
Yes. I'm
We're
going
getting
to
close to
try to...
capacity on that.
Oh god, who's flying?
Everything?
No, trigger this flying. I gotta turn off his need to defend himself, I guess.
She's amazing. I wish Pat was here to tell me how satanic it was, though.
How what satanic was?
Some people think the monomyth, the guy who wrote it, was super satanic, and was using its theories to like trick humanity.
The what?
I don't really have an opinion on that, but
The monomyth?
yes.
It's the monomyth.
It's like it's a book about the psychology of humans and how we view stories. George Lucas made Star Wars based on it.
Oh, that. Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
what, the Hero of a Thousand Faces or something?
Yeah, that was...
That's another. Yeah.
I don't know. Some people just want to see Satan and everything, but I don't see how you get the devil out of that.
Me either. That's why I said I wish Pat was here to explain it to me. I feel like he'd have some cool opinions on it.
Pat has fought way too many demons of his own. Some days I feel like he just needs an exorcism himself.
That's an interesting point. Aloe.
Yeah.
Do exorcists have to get exorcised themselves?
Some of them, yeah.
I would think that would be kind of a regular thing. If demons were real, right?
Right.
That would seem to be like a pro tip for a demon. Jump into the mind of the exorcist himself.
That's why they go. That's why they get purified and stuff after they exercise stuff.
Purified?
Yeah, they get like holy water and have other weird rituals, depending on the religion that they do.
Hot.
Well, you would think that if you were a priest, you'd just be bathing in holy water on a daily basis. It just requires.
I mean, that's totally what I would do as a priest.
See, I also had that the notion that, like, you know, human body's made out of 75% water, so why not only drink holy water? Then your body would be made out of 75% holy water, and the vampires could never drink your blood at that point.
You will be.
I'm fairly certain holy water transmutes in the body. Although, a fun thing. What if you did the transmutation thing on your own blood into the blood of Christ?
You get the Jesus blood.
Yeah. Bless your blood.
You're gonna get so many random temptations to sacrifice your well-being for somebody.
Well, yeah, but you might also be able to like have infinitely divisible sandwiches.
That's true too. Well, what's the point? You can only do the miracles if you're giving them to people. You can never do it for yourself.
I'm fairly certain that like every fourth or fifth sandwich I can eat.
But oh man, I need to find some depressed people so I can do a miracle to feed myself.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they will worship you.
Yeah.
So that's a bonus. Of course, you're probably gonna have some Romans nailing you to things.
Yeah, have you ever read the story about the girl gets turned into a frog? It's like the thing the Princess and the Frog came from before it changed into a princess story. Well, or a fable.
I guess I'm not familiar with it now.
A little girl, like she had a ball that her dad, who was king of the world, gave to her. Her ball was.
Okay, so, wait, stop. She's not a princess, but her father's a king.
King of the world, yes.
Okay, then she's a princess who lives.
It's a different story.
Yeah, fine, but she's literally a princess.
Okay, this princess who is under wedding age.
Fine, yeah. No one says the princess has to be of marriageable age. She can be a
She gets the prince at the end of the other stories.
Well, she can be a baby and still be a princess.
Alright, it's different. It's not a princess romance, then I guess I'll say.
It's literally not a Disney movie, is what you're saying.
Yeah. So yeah, she gets her dad, because he gives her everything she wants. She asks for a piece of the sun, so her dad gives her a ball made of a piece of the sun.
Oh, this song. Was there a Disney
shines
movie
really
made about
bright,
this?
looks really pretty. And she
Peterson was talking about this as well.
she throws it in the pond by accident, and it sinks because the sun is heavy. So, and then there's a frog, and the frog says, "Hey, I'll get your ball back, but if you do, we have to be friends, and you have to take care of me, and we get to hang out at the castle."
Actually, the original story, the frog asks to have sex with her.
Really?
Jordan Peterson recently talked about it. He says Kek, the frog is Kek, the god of chaos, and he absolutely asked to fuck the princess.
Well, that princess was too small.
Well, too small for Muhammad.
Shit.
I mean, if it's not too small for Muhammad, are you saying it's too small for Kek?
Huh?
Uh-huh.
Well, yeah. When she threw the frog asked her to be friends and hang out and be besties and all that.
Okay, we're gonna put air
sex.
quotes around friends for now.
If you want to watch it, it's really cool. It's Jordan Peterson's Metaphysics of Pepe. It's one of the craziest, stupidest things he's ever done. I thoroughly enjoyed it. But a lot you can quote mine a lot of stupid shit out of that talk. He literally
That's
finds
funny.
like some guy who does a lot of what the fuck do you call it? Conspiracy based shit. And they sit down and just start talking about how Pepe is just a tool of projection for the left. That's why the left is projecting all their insecurities onto him. And he tells a bunch of stories from the Bible and from other mythologies about the frog and how the frog isn't a new concept.
The Grim Tale with the dark twist on it, where the frog does want to like rape the girl, and the frog actually turns out to be her dad in a twisted way. I think that's the one he's referring to.
No.
Because the Grim have a dark spin on almost all of the old sales.
Did you watch the talk?
I haven't yet.
Go watch the talk. What are you doing here?
I was trying to ask Will a question about the monomyth to see if the theory worked.
The moment?
The monomyth to see if the theory worked.
Well, okay, let's... Fine. Jesus fucking Christ. Mono myth.
The hero with 1,000 faces, as you call it.
No, bitch. No. Okay. Call to adventure. Supernatural aid. Threshold guardians. Threshold beginning of transformation. Helper mentor. Challenges and temptation. More helper. Abyss, death, rebirth, revelation, transformation, atonement.
The hero's journey. Hero's journey is a model.
Fine. So the narratology or comparative mythology, the monomyth or the hero's journey is the common template of a broad category of tales that involve a hero who goes on an adventure and in a decisive crisis wins a victory and then can change or transform.
Mm-hmm.
Others introduced various theories on hero myth narratives, such as Otto Rank and his Freudian psychoanalytic approach to myth, Lord Rangan's unification of myth and rituals, and eventually hero myth pattern studies were popularized by Joseph Campbell, who introduced by Carl Jung's view of myth in his 1949 work, The Hero with 1,000 Faces. So a hero ventures forth from the world of common day into a region of supernatural wonder. Fabulous forces are there encountered, and decisive victory is won. The hero comes back from his mysterious adventure with the power to bestow boons on his fellow man. So, all right, so Campbell and other scholars such as Edric Newman describe narratives such as Wama Buddha, Moses, and Christ in terms of the monomyth, while others such as Otto Rank and Lord Ranglin describe hero narrative patterns in terms of Freudian psychoanalysis and ritualistic senses. Critics argue the concept is too broad or general to be much useful, to have much usefulness in comparative mythology. Others say that the hero's journey is only part of the monomyth. The other part is a sort of different form or color of the hero's journey. So there are apparently 17 stages. So the initiation, I would think, would be where the demonic shenanigans would occur.
Usually, that's what I was trying to ask about the atonement, because the first one uses the example of the girl with the frog. Throws the ball. The frog says, "I'll get the ball for you if you give me food and a place to live and hang out with me and hop around and have fun and all that." Mm-hmm. And she says, "Sure, I'll do that. Get the ball for me." And then he says, "Okay, you'll do it." She says, "Yeah, the ball." And he goes and gets the ball, gives it to her. And then she takes the ball and runs away. And then he's like, "Wait, come back," and starts to follow her. And then she kicks him in the pond and runs away. And later she has to atone for that. and gets cursed into a frog. And kids who hear the story think that that's fair. Is it fair that she gets turned into a frog for refusing to honor a deal made with a frog? Why do people believe that? Is the question.
Why do people believe that what is it, a 6-year-old boy gets to be turned into a beast because he didn't offer shelter to some crazy old haggard lady?
Yeah, people accept. That's what I'm saying. Is why is the atonement generated in such a nonsensical way that people will accept that's justified?
Well, all right. So there is a notion of ethical obligations. And if you violated those, generally speaking, in fairy tales, you notice how a lot of the supernatural stuff in a fairy tale will follow rules.
Right.
Despite having terrifying powers, they have notions of hospitality and fair play, or not necessarily fair play, but they will not usually directly lie. They'll lie by omission, typically.
Yeah.
They'll mislead you, but they won't say there is wine in this glass. If there is wine, now there may also be poison in the glass, but there is also wine. Right?
Right.
Okay. So, what's the element there of relevance? Why does the why do the fairy tale creatures follow ethical rules?
Usually it has to do with the lesson that it's teaching.
Well, yeah, but why does the fairy tale creature within the narrative follow those rules? I
mean, to teach you those rules. It's to teach you those rules.
No. Fine, but that's not. That's why the author wrote it that way. The question is, why does the character within the story do it?
I don't know actually. Why? I would only say
what happens? Okay, but what happens when the protagonist violates the rules?
The other thing then gets a justification to curse them somehow. Thing they violated the rule against.
Okay. So let's say you're a supernatural creature that knows that you operate within a universe where that's how things work. What are you not going to do?
Probably not make someone curse me.
I'm not gonna let you do something. I'm not gonna undermine my magic. So within the context of a fairy tale, your magic is somehow bound up with your obeisance to certain ethical rules. And if you violate that, something bad happens to you. Your magic is broken, or some force or power that you're bound to will smite you, or abandon you, which is just as bad in most cases.
True. That's fair. That's fair if you know. There's no way that girl knew that frog was magic and could turn people
No.
It was a talking frog. What are you talking about?
Ignorance of the law is no justification, Elmo.
Yeah. True.
Okay.
But that's under the pretense that the law is readily aidable and found without can be found without.
No, you're applying English common law to fairy tales.
Fair. That's what I'm used to.
Yeah, I understand. The fairy tales don't give a shit. So, for example, you know how it's acceptable to bring some ill tidings on a bad guy who does bad things to you?
Yeah.
What if he doesn't know that? What if he kicks over your milk pail or something and laughs at you? And then you do bad things, and he's like, what? Consequences? I didn't know there were going to be consequences. Do you care?
I probably not.
No, you're going to go like, well, now you know, and you're going to do the bad thing to him.
Becoming the same monster you tried to fight.
So you see what I'm talking about, right, El?
Yeah.
So the notion is, what if the what of the ethical rules are by these creatures taken to be self-evident, in the same sense of kicking over the milk pail?
Good deeds will be rewarded, bad deeds will be punished.
Well, you kick over my milk pail and I'm going to do something.
Mm-hmm.
And if you cry foul and say, I didn't know there were going to be consequences, do you care?
Nah, I hope you would learn a lesson though.
Well,
Usually
okay,
no one dies in the old fit tales without learning a lesson.
What happened to Goldilocks?
What happened to Goldilocks in the original? She ran home.
I believe she was eaten by bears.
Yeah, that was in the retelling when everything went dark and Red Riding Hood got eaten by cannibals.
So you're telling me the original one she escaped?
Yeah, she runs through the forest and is never heard from again.
Maybe because she got bear raped to death.
That's a possibility. I mean, the Grip Tales are pretty messed up. Cinderella's sisters get their eyes pecked out of their head because it's like, you were looking at your sisters, man. I'm like, oh, that's fair. You looked at them. We lose our eyes.
You know, thou shalt not covet.
And my first thought when I was hearing that in Heroic Journey class, I was like, so everybody who was jealous of Cinderella loses their eyes? And the teacher's like, no, like, oh, just their sisters?
Yeah, well, thou shalt not covet, buddy.
Thou shalt not covet and be a sister, apparently.
Yeah.
Man, Golden Ball. This guy is kind of making me laugh a bit.
Oh ho.
The gold. I'm listening to the Metaphysics of Pepe guy. The golden ball in Harry Potter is round. Round. It is a symbol of chaos. It is circular. It also has wings, making it an alchemic system. And I was thinking, isn't the snitch based on the mythological snitch that looks like that?
Well, maybe the snitch is based on the thing of chaos.
The snitch came before alchemy.
Did it?
Yeah.
So where did the snitch come from?
Look it up. Look up. The Geon, the original eye creature that like watches and talks on things, the one-eyed flying being that's made of an eye, comes from. It was found in Chinese ruins. It originated in 2205 BC.
So 2200 BC is where the snitch comes from?
That's where the thing that became the snitch came from. The floating eye that watches.
All right, and that's what the snitch is based on? The floating eye?
The snitch is the floating eye that watches you and tells on you.
Okay, who made it?
Apparently, Harry Potter, the people who decided to call the thing the snitch. It had other names before that.
Fine,
I
what was
was
it
always
called?
called the snitch.
Oh my god, what the hell? Who made the thing?
The writer of Harry Potter. Okay, the original was made by the Chinese guy. They don't know.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Oh my god, I'm not asking for the author. In the mythology, the Chinese mythology, who made the fucking thing?
Ah. Let's see. He made it. Made it Geon.
Oh, god damn it.
Let's see. Who made the deities? Because it was around the time of New Wa.
You mean the chick that was making people out of clay?
Yes.
I only know about her because of Smite.
Yeah. It was around that time because she also created eyes and other things to watch and govern.
Okay. And what power was she using to make these things?
Clay. All of her creations came out of clay. And
Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
now it's just clay.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it's just clay.
And how did she make things out of clay? No?
Apparently the sky, she could pull yellow clay from the sky. Yellow clay from the day. So like pulling the sun, I guess.
Uh-huh.
That's
Okay. And this is not alchemy how?
it's not an alchem the alchemic symbol of the sphere is is based on the concept of getting towards alkahest. Each material is a line that will continue to go up till 50, and once you have 50, you have a completed circle, which will, in the number alchemic circle is alkahest, the ultimate material of the gods.
Yeah.
And that's why when they have their alchemic system symbols, they have.
So if I were a god and I were making things, what would I make them out of? Given that I'm a god.
Your
I
own.
make things out, this is the ultimate material of the gods, right?
Yep, alkahest.
Okay, so if I'm a god, what am I making shit out of?
Probably your own energy.
No, I'm making things out of Alkes, the ultimate material of the gods. Right?
Yeah, I suppose
What if Nuwa were making things out of Alkes?
it would be indestructible.
Well,
Alkahest can't be created or destroyed. Once it exists, it's infinite.
Okay, fine, but the gods make it, don't they? So you see, you can't make it. What you're saying is a mortal can't make it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you're not talking about Nuwa ain't a fucking mortal, is she?
True, but if she didn't make it out of this indestructible, if we made us out of it, we would be indestructible.
Well, right, but I mean, she didn't necessarily make everything out of Alkes. But in any case, point is, there seems to be a conflation between the supernatural and the natural in alchemy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the master practitioners of the supernatural are the gods, right?
Right.
So, would not the gods themselves be practicing a high and perfect form of alchemy?
I could say that their magic is kind of like it doesn't follow typically rules that are coherent with each other.
Well, yes and no. I mean, you don't necessarily know what the god is doing.
Well, it's like this. Anubis is a judgment of he's a judgment of death.
Yeah.
And he weighs your heart. Anubis is one of his plights is Anubis cannot create life, not specifically human life, just life, which is why he doesn't like the desert because it's his domain. It's lifeless. It's scarce. Anubis can conjure a swarm of locusts that will breed and make more locusts that will eat everything.
Yeah.
He can't now. If you say that with Anubis can't make life, that's an issue. But what I'm not saying is the religion has to be like consistent. I'm just saying that the powers of the gods usually are at conflict at how they work with one another and themselves, as they each use their own methods.
Well, yes and no, because they don't necessarily agree with your notion of what they're doing.
Right.
If I'm a god, do you necessarily understand what I'm doing? So, for example, if I make locusts that eat everything, are the locusts alive?
Well, they make more locusts, so yes, they breed.
Well, not really, though. Zombies make more zombies. Zombies aren't alive.
True, I wouldn't call it reproduction or infection.
Right. Robots that ran around ripping things apart and making more robots out of the things they ripped apart, would they be alive?
No, they can reproduce, definitely.
Well, sure, but is reproduction all you need to be alive?
No, you have to be able to grow, breathe, and maintain your own homeostasis.
Right, so let's say that these locusts exist only at Anubis's whim and are animated by his power, and the instant he stops looking at them, they just fall into dust. Which is more or less how they worked whenever he used them, right? They would exist the moment he wanted them to, and when he
They would play everything, and when there was no food left for the locusts, they would die. There's no food left.
Well, sure. But the point is that
don't we make those kinds of? Can't we make those kinds of locusts? Didn't we make some sort of fuck? What was it? Some kind of spiders or mosquitoes that go infect other mosquitoes and then die but don't reproduce?
Sure. Well, yeah, they were neuter mosquitoes.
Are they not theoretically alive?
Well, it depends on how you define life. I had this discussion with Jones defining life, and basically the whole point of which was to explain to him why the computer science people find the definition of life by the biology people to be very unsatisfying. Because it ultimately boils down to how slimy is it? Because the biology people require the life be slimy.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Basically, if it doesn't life at a microscopic level, right, with mitochondria and whatever, then it isn't alive. It is, okay, what do I have to show you in software for you to say that this is alive? And what we're told is that it basically has to introduce itself to you as Jerry and say, I like to golf. I mean, like, you have to demonstrate this high level of sapience and sentience for them to say that it's alive. You're saying, like, so if you're saying, like, I'm not even trying to make something that is sentient. I'm just trying to make something that's alive, you know, the same way that, like, a microorganism is. And they won't accept it. They'll say, no, it's not alive because it doesn't have mitochondria, etc.
Yeah, it won't have typically won't have a genetic percentage rate for change, which is why the little things, the microscopic funguses scientists make, don't call it alive, because they don't reproduce, they replicate.
No, because no. Asexual life is still life.
Asexual life has changed and evolves.
Yeah, through random mutation, but
the thing you create that replicates exact copies will never be more than the exact copy.
No, that's not true.
Unless you are changing it with something else.
No, that's not how. Okay, in the environment, the way that things mutate, that are asexual, is it's usually through radiation or through errors in replication somehow. Computers have copy errors all the time. But you have error checking that compensates for them. All I have to do is remove it. Would you then accept it as alive?
I have to see it. I don't think the computer's going to do any more.
Yeah, I know. Exactly. See? So you won't give me this is exactly the problem we had.
Because the way I see it, the computer will never do anything outside of what it's programmed to do.
No, that's the same thing with genetic coding, though. The genetic coding only operates the way the genetic coding says the genetic coding is supposed to work.
If I take a fly and I examine each of its cells as it is, there is no cell in the set of instructions in the fly that says produce golden wings in your offspring. There will be any. Now, when it is in the process of reproduction, there will be an error that will hit the thing that says produce white wings and scratch it till it says produce golden. That's what you're going to have to copy.
No, it's not. I don't have to be that complex though. Okay, you're trying to make an argument that I have to make very complex life to have life at all. Okay, so let's look at like a mitochondria. A mitochondria is alive, correct?
Mitochondrial cell? Yes. It's considered alive.
Okay. How much variation is there from one mitochondria to another?
Typically the consistency, the structure, the mutations of The vacuole.
Almost fucking, buddy, almost fucking none. Almost none. So extreme variation is obviously not required. Unless you're going to go back on what you said about mitochondria.
I say mitochondria do have variations. It's just they don't inhibit their survival. It's a lot. And plus, it's microscopic. You don't even see a lot of it.
Whether it inhibits the survival is not material as to whether it's life or not.
No, I'm just saying the variations we see don't inhibit its survival. The mutant ones die off almost instantly because their environment purges anything that breaks uniform.
Okay, but again, all you're saying is that all I have to do for there to be live is for the coding in the computer to allow for errors. And I've made it very clear already that's very easy to do. I just have to disable error checking. Like, you want to know how long it would take me to do that? That long. Done.
What did Jones say?
No, the discussion with Jones went like this. He said that he wanted it to be squishy, right, and slimy. And I pointed out that didn't make any sense. And he's like, I see what you're saying. It can't go anywhere. I mean, that's the thing. It can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
The problem is the definition of life is shit. It's a shitty definition. And so that's why the artificial life people are not interested in making the biology people happy anymore. Because it's fucking pointless. Because they don't have a good definition.
You understand the definition.
No, they don't.
I said to you.
What, do I understand their definition?
Their definition, yeah, you understand.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, well, then you know how it works.
No. I can understand how a definition works, and the definition can still be bad. Right? It's like it was like, what's his face? Ray's definition of God. You understood that definition.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was still a shitty definition though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
So the artificial life problem is if you wanted to make them you don't have the capability to create the thing they want. Because you know the thing they want exists, and they're trying to create it, so they're actually already trying to do it.
No, they're not.
He's hard to find that article.
No, they're not though. No, you're gonna bring up something about some scientist who was trying to create artificial life by electrocuting some fucking gas or something, right?
No, not that one. It's something recent. Let me see if I can find it.
I'm sure it'll be vastly more fascinating than that thing. The point is, their definition of life is garbage, right? Go through it, and there's nothing in it that permits you to cite anything that's alive unless it's such a remarkable departure from anything we could conceivably create. And it's just a very high standard you have to hit. And it's unreasonably high. So it's just silly. It's one of those go fuck yourself definitions. Which is fine. I mean, I'm just not going to do it.
I can see the struggle with that.
Do you know how we got the biology people in my university to say that we may have artificial life in front of them? We created an animation for the artificial life that made it like squiggle around and made it look like an organism like you'd see underneath a microscope. We hard coded into it that it would do that. Now, do you know what that demonstrated to us? This is a test. We were testing them. They didn't realize.
Those biology students would accept that as life.
No, it was not just the students, it was the professors.
Wow.
No, because the thing is, their standard of life is it looks like some other shit that we've already determined is alive, right? They weren't interested in how it actually works. So we had explained to them something, and we'd go through like the math and the whole thing that was going on into how it was programmed and how that seemed to approximate life insofar as we understood it. And we asked them if that was life, and we'd show it to them. And if it didn't look like something they saw under one of their slides, they'd say, that's not alive.
Hmm.
But we could show them something that was just an animation. It wasn't doing anything. It was just that looks alive to me.
Yeah, I think I
You see
can
the
understand.
problem?
I can understand the plight.
Yeah, well, no, it's not a plight. It's like, okay, you're done. I'm done.
Just make your thing and
No,
call it whatever you want. Why do you have to fit there?
No, what
Why do
happened?
you
No,
have-
Aloe, we debugged them. Okay, it was a test.
So what I'm saying is, if they're going to stick so much on their definition of life, just don't call your thing life, and they won't care.
No. No, what happened was we ceased caring what they thought. They demonstrated themselves to be incompetent to help us with our problem. This is one of the things that, I mean, this is like a dumb project that I did in college, right?
Right.
But what became evident was that we were wasting our time talking to the biology people. They were just, by their discipline, they were incompetent to think about things in these terms. They were only capable of thinking about things in empirical terms, right?
Right.
They were unable to think about things in terms of the theoretical creation of something new. Because none of their definitions were able to deal with things on that level. And so we were just done. We were just done. Okay, fine, great. You're useless. And that's a trope of that discipline, right? When you're the computer science world, you're dealing with things all the time, like work or don't work. And you're very good, or you have to be very quick, whether you're good or not, at determining what is useful or not useful, and then you just discard the thing that's not useful. It's gone. You've got other things to deal with. Well, so they were not useful. Done.
Understand. That is funny.
Uh-huh.
I said that is funny though. That's all it took.
Oh. It's like, you know, we were talking about the thing with Ray and the definition of God.
Yep.
You understand that he failed.
Yep.
Okay, so how seriously would you take his definitions of God going forward if you were actually trying to accomplish something?
Not very.
It's a waste of time. You're done. You failed, thank you, goodbye, done. So, yeah, I mean, it was very annoying. What, Will? It's not slimy.
Just slap some lube on it. It'll be fine.
Pretty much. Would you just like sprayed like petroleum jelly or something all over like Vaseline, just smeared it all over the fucking computer? How about now?
I like it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I kind of want? I want one of those industrial grinders. The things I'm writing are collecting a lot of fucking tools from other people. From whatever, previous people, or whatever the hell the proper term is.
Yeah, I throw out all the stone ones.
Right. I want to start throwing it into the industrial grinder and getting all the materials back for it.
Well, the pro tip apparently with the industrial grinder is you can use it to make ridiculous amounts of spark powder. thing with the industrial grinder, I don't know if you've seen what it costs.
I have not.
All right, let's look this up. All right, industrial grinder costs 3,200 metal ingots, 2,000 crystal, 800 cementing paste, 600 oil, and 600 polymer.
Okay.
For one industrial grinder.
But the whole point is to be able to get a lot of that stuff back by destroying all the old tools?
No. I mean, yes, you can do that, but the primary purpose is that you can put stone into it and get flint out of stone. And other kind of stuff like that. Like, if you can turn wood into thatch and that kind of stuff.
Wood into thatch wouldn't be bad if I wasn't already collecting a fuck ton of thatch and wood.
Yeah, I mean, it has some efficacy. It's just that you see the cost. I would say we could build one if we could really commit to a base. But you see how, I mean, the metal I can provide relatively easily. The crystal's kind of a pain in the ass, and the polymer is a major pain in the ass because let's think about this for a second. 600 polymer is 1,200 obsidian.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so go get me 1,200 obsidian.
I don't know where to get that.
Well,
but I could try.
Why not? Because it's about as much obsidian as you're gonna find anywhere in the map. And have fun finding that. I mean, it'll take a while. That's all I'm saying. One day, maybe an industrial grinder. Just don't hold your breath.
I made a mistake. I made a mistake.
What's an the Megalotherium was killed by the murder chicken.
Apparently, it still can't handle murder chickens, regardless of how tough it was. I'll go get another one. That thing was great, though. There's two of these murder chickens stuck in the fence.
The wildlife just hates you.
I don't know, you can watch the live stream and see it's not nearly as bad as you think it is.
Fair.
Well, it's punctuated, Ella. Everything's fine, and then you're dead.
The biggest problem is two of them attacked me at once.
Oh, you fought two murder chickens?
I didn't think I thought the other one. No, I thought the other one was on the other side of the fence. Nope, they both attacked me simultaneously.
I know my Boy Scouts, one of the guys gave us like a fun joke. He said, he was like, you're on a, what did he say? I think it was a 12-foot. He says, you're on a 12-foot tall tree. You know there's something dangerous coming. He's like, there's a bag on your branch that has a bow and arrow, a gun, and a lighter. For whatever reason, you only feel like you can carry one of these. What you gonna do to stop the animal from coming? And there were so many people who said, okay, we're gonna jump down with the bow, and with this, and with this. And all of those people, he handed out a sticker that said dead. And they're like, why did I die? Like, because you just jumped off this tree. The smart thing would have been to stay on the tree.
Yeah. Well, do you disagree?
I agree. I just thought it was funny how everyone died.
Yeah.
That was his motto for us in the woods. You are not Tarzan. Friend Mark, he's got like scratched up by raccoons though. Like when we went to the woods together. He had a gun, and he had this. I was telling him, we found like a little mud hut full of them, like a little dug part of the ground. And he's like, I'm gonna shoot them, and it's gonna scare them, and they're gonna all run away. And I'm like, oh man, that's a good idea. That way we can get everything they have in there. So it shoots in there. And then they just jump all on his face and attack him. Not the expected result.
Is it ever the expected result?
Huh?
Is it ever the expected result?
I mean, what I thought would happen is once he shot into their little cave, they would have all scurried out and left. I didn't think they would attack him. That was my theory. My theory was incorrect. He still hates me for that, too. Every time my friends have a bad idea and I agree to their bad idea, they blame me because I'm supposed to be the voice of reason.
One day they'll learn that you are not.
Yeah.
And that day will be tomorrow.
I'm now at the point when they ask me, I'll just be like, I have no opinion. There's a funny moment in the show called Clifford the Big Red Dog I watched with my nephew, where the purple-haired dog's like, she's like, we should go over here, we won't get in trouble. And the yellow dog's like, yeah, we will. And the purple dog says, have I ever steered you wrong? And the yellow dog says, lots of time. And she says, but you'll still listen. And they go run off anyway.
Funny.
Kids cards.
Yep. Telling them to get in trouble early in life. Before they can have criminal charges stick.
I don't know. I've heard a lot of old people. I've only mainly not to be racist, but I've only heard this from a lot of my white friends that they wish they could have been more wild and reckless while there were consequences.
Why is that racist?
Oh, because I was saying I only really hear it from my white friends.
Because your black friends already got in trouble?
Nah, so most of them are either already reckless or they were scared of getting beaten by their parents.
Oh.
My mom would go so far to beat me, man. Like, I'd be, like, on the other side of town hanging out with my friends, and I'm like, alright, I'm too far away for the whooping now. She would pull up. There was no limited range. She always hit me in front of my friends, too, so it was really embarrassing.
That I think it was supposed to be more embarrassing than it was supposed to hurt.
Mm. See, if you didn't cry, the hits just got harder. She wanted me to cry in front of her. So you need to make those tears come. You gotta make those tears come out quick. My friend's asking me to mod her Discord server. She's really corrupt, so it's getting on my nerves.
What do you mean?
She's like,
what does she
she's
do
like,
that's
these are
corrupt?
the rules, and these are the things you can't post. By the way, if any of these three people who I like break any of these rules at any time, don't reprimand them or ban them. Just let them. And then I'm like, okay, so the rules, they're exempt from the rules. Why? She's like, well, I just like these people, so I don't have to follow the rules. But if other people do it, they have to. And I'm like, your government is really corrupt and I don't like it. She's like, it's not corrupt. Our government works like that. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. And then she'll start pouting.
Will, do you see that feed? This is why I left the fucking Carnivore Island. Herbivore Island. Jem kept fucking triggering the Brontosauruses.
Yeah.
And they killed my shark and they killed everything else as well.
Do you remember that time when I was like, oh, Carnivore Island, this is a great place to do stuff.
Herbivore.
Whatever. But the fucking island. Remember when I was all into it?
Oh, maybe that was... Oh. Yep.
I want nothing to do with with Carnivore Island.
No, that was Herbivore Island, where Jen is
Or what-
triggering everything.
What? Okay, fine, whatever. The island that Jen is on that's got the metal, I don't want to be on it.
Fair.
It makes no sense. My mountain peak is vastly better in any material. I mean, the only advantage of the island is that you can get to it with a boat. And I mean, that's an advantage. But that's it. Okay, so that's Doppelmark just getting annihilated.
Yeah, Alpha Raptor though, so I'm not surprised. I was wondering when the Alpha Raptor would get to him. I kind of wanted to go take it on, but I didn't know if I had enough bullets.
Well, you can just kill an Alpha Raptor with a Mammoth or a T-Rex.
He doesn't have either one of those things.
Yeah, does he want one?
I don't know. Maybe you should ask
I
him.
mean, everyone is antisocial. They get into the thing. They're like, oh, everybody else has this whole support network. I'm gonna go as far away from all these people as possible.
Well, I'm here,
Cool.
and
I know.
no one
And
else.
that's probably what I would do if I played. I'd be like, okay, the guys have their own thing set up. I'm like, I want to go. I want to go.
See, the point is to be a tribe.
Yeah, then
What
just don't
peasant
join the
among
tribe.
nobles?
You
I'll
can
pass.
just leave the tribe.
Yeah, exactly. And then we can hunt you for food.
We're a long distance tribe.
So there's way too much dangerous shit starting to spawn around here. We need some turrets. That's what we need.
Do we?
Yeah.
What I would recommend is that we extend the walls out a bit, and then we put the turrets within the walls. That way, they will activate on anything that comes inside somehow.
That could potentially work. By Compy. Oh yeah, I never did grab all the rest of the thatch. Oh yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go get another one of those things. That was fantastic for collecting thatch.
I'm actually bringing you something that I suggest you use instead.
All right.
You know those things that you tame with beer?
Yeah.
I got one.
All right. Where is it?
I'm literally loping to you with it.
All right.
I mean, I'll tell you where I am roughly. Oh my God, Bert! Don't stop transecting my fucking body. I'm roughly at 50, 55. See where I am?
No. Hold on. I'll take a look.
Well, I'm gonna just press M and 50, 55. Nope. Not going anywhere near the T-Rex.
Poor T-Rex. Can't get no love.
Yeah.
Oh, this is
It's gonna have
Condoleezza
to-
Rice. What the fuck is Condoleezza Rice doing here?
Yeah. If the T-Rex attacks, I'm literally just jumping on the bird and abandoning this creature. Oh my God. Carnos and...
Do you want help? Should I come over there?
I'm so far successfully threading the needle because everything that's nasty is already fighting something else. Oh, God damn it. Why? 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 Oh my God. So what kills you on this island or on this mountain is once you kill one thing, a fucking million eagles come in to eat it.
Hmm. Do you want me to try and get
You're
to
fighting,
you on
and
the
then
car
you're
now?
fighting a million eagles, huh?
I'll try and come to you on the car now.
All right. Well, I'll tell you where I am right now. I'm at 41.7, 55.7.
Alright. We should just level up Carnos by sending him to attack distance short and just leaving him on Herbivore Island. Sorry, you said you were at...
I am currently at 40.7 by 54. Yes, I have a GTX machine.
Oh, I think I see you.
Huh? You like him?
Level 39? Nice,
Look at
nice.
us now. Look at us now.
What does he do?
Oh, well, he does this. Watch. Oh my god, do it. What is your problem? Oh, he's got no stamina. Okay, we'll let him recover his stupid stamina. Come on. Come on. Alright, here, see what he does. See the rocket through?
Wait, no, do it again. Oh, nice.
So he's ranged. And you can kill a Diplo by hitting him in the face with one of those things.
Alright.
It's like bird clips into me. Fuck you, bird. Bird? You're gonna fly right up. Oh wow. Then another bird attacks.
Another
Why?
bird, another bird.
Land, Will, land.
Alright. Sorry, I'm dogfighting. I'm doing this stupid bird. So what do you think of him?
Well,
He's about as good as the sloth, right?
yes?
Yep. See, those rocks actually do a lot of damage.
They do a lot of damage. I like it. And he says he collects thatch and what else?
Oh yes. Berries and
berries.
wood.
No berries.
Huh?
No berries.
Yeah, he does.
Huh?
Yeah, look at his inventory. He's full of berries. He collected all of those.
Oh. Yep, he collects berries. What do we level up on them?
Up to you. It's yours.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Put him off follow though. Otherwise he'll run to me.
Oh, right. Wait, one thatch? 25. No wood, just thatch. Okay.
No, he collects wood. And he's like your sloth.
Okay.
It's a similar deal.
But he throws giant rocks.
Yeah. So if you got something on the other side of the wall, you can possibly throw a rock between the gaps and just tag it in the head and just go, yeah, I can do this all day.
So he has a turret mode as well, I'm guessing.
I think so.
That's what you leave, just standing there, tossing rocks at anything that gets close by. Let's get more of these. Because
Well, we're gonna need a brewery then because it took me, I want to say 4 real life days to get enough beer to tame him.
Okay, what do you need for a brewery?
You just need the beer barrel You need to put water in it, and then you need to put thatch and berries in it, and wait 6 hours per beer. And that's 6 real life hours. You can see those rocks were actually doing a lot of damage.
Yeah.
He's bleeding, and that's an ankle. They've got a lot of health.
Oh, here comes a cat. Wait, hyena?
No, those are hyenas.
I'm throwing the rocks, but is it hurting the?
No, there's no friendly fire with the dinosaurs.
Okay.
So one of the things they talk about with these things is you can have a whole tribe with a lot of them, and you can form up a line and just throw rocks. Concentrated fire. See that? It's kind of a mate. He doesn't collect any meat.
Okay. Through the fence? Not through the fence. Not through the fence. Yeah, we should absolutely set him down to just toss rocks at shit if it gets too close.
Yeah. And they run on berries, so you could put out some the feeding troughs.
I have one right here.
Next to but if you're putting them in turret mode, you put them near wherever they are, so that you've got them all lined up. You then put a feeding trough on them. All you got to do is put food in the trough, and it'll feed all of them. So it's whatever you can put the points into health or damage or whatever. Do you want to saddle for the giant furry chicken?
I do. I want one. I haven't gotten a chance to ride it or see what it does yet.
Okay. Well, I can make mind wipe tonic, which is what I do when I run out of engram points. I just make mind wipe tonic. Do you want any, by the way?
Not yet. No.
I've mind wiped myself like 3 or 4 times already.
Yeah.
Yep. For example, do I need to have all the greenhouse bits? I don't think so.
Let's test something. Oh, fuck it. It's too dark.
So is Doppelmark talk to us? I'm happy to drop him off at a Rex or something.
We can message him.
Yeah.
See what's up.
He's being such a grumpy kitten.
I wonder why.
We're happy to help him out, right? I mean, I am.
Let's see. Feeding trough above his head. Yep, that's good. Not a lot of berries left. But some. Okay, where's the mammoth? I think the mammoth had a metric fuck ton.
Alright, so is there a place where you think we should put turrets? I recommend having them be in the interior of the base so that we don't waste shots on stuff that isn't even coming in.
Right now I don't know where we could what would be the best situation for turrets.
Well, because we can put planet. Uh-oh. Somebody owes somebody $35,000.
Say it, he'll hear you.
Everything went quiet. Why'd everything go quiet?
Aw. Alright. I think I'm gonna get rid of this on walking expert. Hmm.
Okay. Why did Jen leave?
I assume tired.
But she is online.
Well, maybe that's not accurate.
Oh. Oh well. Okay. I still can't move. Snap points. Oh, no more snap points. Alright.
What?
My opponent in Yu-Gi-Oh! just played. I was thinking I was winning too easily.
Oh, did you fall into his cunning trap?
Yep.
Aloe, you gotta say it correctly if you're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't know much about Yu-Gi-Oh!, but I do know there's a catchphrase.
You activated my trap card. Yeah.
You're not saying it right, Aloe. Come on, you
Yeah.
gotta Yugi, right? Right?
Oh,
Come on, you gotta do the whole thing.
Yu-Gi boy, that's a trap card. He says something like
You
that.
have won, Yugi, but I have activated my trap card.
I think the wheels the voice talks like that.
Yeah, well, I've never seen the fucking show, but I've heard you guys talk about it.
The best moment in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is where the main guy goes full Japanese for no reason.
What's full
He
Japanese?
just keeps saying, Monster Cardo, activator, over and over, for no reason.
I've never seen that.
Oh.
It always
Neither have I.
Nah, Yu-Gi-Oh! You get each season of Yu-Gi-Oh! They make a meme out of it. Best one is card games on motorcycles. They duel on motorcycles for no reason.
I remember Biker Mice from Mars for no reason.
Biker mice from Mars?
Biker mice from Mars. Also for no reason.
Well, it's actually kind of silly because, you know, shouldn't that be from the moon? Because that's where the cheese is, right?
See?
That only stands for a reason.
Well, I didn't make up the show. I just watched it.
Alright. I think every iteration of this stupid answer thing, I think, is getting a little better.
Of what?
The walking exploiter.
Oh, right. Nope, I'm pressing the wrong button again. Oh, that's the wrong button again. So I got too much stone? Let's see if I can fix this issue. No, there's no such thing as too much stone. I'm just finishing up the second floor at this point. Sorry, third floor? I think it's third floor that I'm finishing up. And once the floors are finished, I will become.
Oh, I do want to show you the current version of Walking Exploit. It was not as exploity as previous versions, but possibly useful enough that someone will actually want to use them.
Wow. Okay. I'm down.
Because this version, you can board anklos onto it.
Oh.
Oh, are you interested now?
Yes.
Good.
I'm still in the metaphysics of Pepe. There's these two people arguing about the ball, and it's getting really funny.
Oh,
Because the guy was like, the girl losing her ball in the swamp represents it is the death of the god because the ball meant everything to her. And then another guy's like, wait, didn't she only want the ball back so she didn't get in trouble? And then another guy's like, well, yeah, but at that moment, getting in trouble meant everything to her. It's like,
yeah, I think you're reaching a bit.
Like I said, at some point you watch Peterson, you're like, what are you even doing? Well, fuck. Will, did you see it?
No.
You should watch it. You'll get a really good kick out of it. I guarantee it.
Okay.
it's like my favorite is like Pandora Vox. When I heard
Aloe,
yeah.
can you help this dream come true?
I'll link it to it.
Can you assist me in my laziness? I'd appreciate it.
Alright.
Thank you.
In my opinion, Pandora, like I never really felt sympathy with their plight. Because it's like, Pandora, here's this box. It contains all the evil of mankind. Don't open it. But what if I don't open it? But I can't. Don't open it. And then they leave. I don't feel bad when she opens it.
Well, I mean, she really shouldn't have opened it.
Because everyone's like, she had to, because that is the nature. We must open our own disaster. I'm like, nah, I wouldn't have opened it.
Well, that's also not a correct interpretation of great tragedy, is it?
Yeah.
Which means they're actually not accurate to judge that particular genre of mythology. Because, you know the guy who turned around? And Hades said, don't do that?
Yeah.
But she did it anyway, or
Lost
he did it anyway.
Yep.
Yeah. So what's the moral of that story?
Should have listened.
Maybe when a god tells you to do something, you just do it. But I have my own little squishy mortal objections to this situation. Great, no one cares. Don't do it.
It's like with Arachne. I have trouble in her story because the guy's is like, I am the best at weaving. Arachne is like, I am better at weaving than you. And they have a contest. And she does make something better. Like, literally. And then she just starts talking a bunch of crap after she wins. The guy curses.
Yeah. Literally a god.
It's like, I would have just taken my victory and walked away.
No. It's too late. It's too late. Oh, as far as the lateness. You understand that the only way you would have gotten out of that is if you had dedicated the work to her and said, actually, the only reason this is good is because you inspired me.
Thea had no plans to curse her until she started talking shit.
Well.
The story of life. Most people don't give a shit about you until you start fucking making them give a shit about you.
It's like if you. I remember American Dad did a thing where they were running against like a terrorist group in a race. The terrorist group had explosives, AKs, and rocket launchers and an entire army of terrorists. And they won. They said, okay, if you beat us in the race, you'll let it go. They beat them in the race. Then instead of going home, they talk a lot of shit on the terrorists and get shot up. The correct option was to go home.
Or to do a drone strike.
Well, you're not while you're there.
Danger close, motherfucker. Danger close.
Wait, is the front door open? Oh.
Are things getting let in?
No, I just noticed that the front door is open.
In your house?
The dino gate.
A lot of the stories are sad. Like the Holy Grail one, I think is sad. The less intense. 12 nights. There's 12 nights, and there's 12 grails, all 12 anathemas, and only one of the grails is not an anathema. All right, so we're gonna each drink one grail, and only one of us is gonna live. And I'm like, why? Just give it to like a rat or something and test it on that.
No, bitch.
They're like, but what if we test the Holy Grail on a rat? I'm like, then you know. And no one has to die. But then everyone dies, and only one guy comes back to the king. Like, I brought the Grail, but all your knights are dead.
Yeah.
Like, you came all the way here just to suicide. Also, the way he finds out is kind of dickish. He lets them all drink, and then he looks at the painting of Jesus, and he's like, wait a minute, this Grail matches the painting, guys. I say this after you all drank yourselves to death.
Yeah, I bet that wasn't on by accident either.
Yeah.
Well, by virtue of me smart, you stupid, I guess I am the Holy One?
Yeah. But the teacher was like, that story supposed to show a testament of faith, and they really believed in the powers of Grail. Like, yeah, and they drank it and died. They believed it would kill them, and they chose to die. Or you could say they each believed they would choose the right, in which case they believed wrong. Either way, it's not really good.
Then.
You ever seen Samurai Jack, Loki?
I have seen... Yes, I don't think I finished it.
Cause yeah, the ending's out now. I don't like it, but I'll just let you know the ending's out.
Name an ending you did like.
Name an ending I did like in like an American cartoon. I like Gravity Falls ending.
That ended? Huh.
Uh-huh.
Did they all die?
No, but the only downside to that ending is nobody.
Wait, you cut out. Nobody what?
An accident.
Nope. Say that again. You cut out.
No one at the end of Gravity Falls is pissed off at Mabel for unleashing hell on Earth and killing a bunch of people because they're like, she's just a kid. It was an accident.
That's okay.
Because the demon like offered her a deal. She's like, summer's about to end and I'm gonna have to go back to school. No. And the demon's like, hey, I can make you give you summer forever. And then she's like, that sounds amazing, and takes the deal. So he makes them the whole world like that they're in turn to hell, but it will always be summer forever because it's in a time barrier.
Okay.
So which was branded.
Maybe I should go back and watch it. I feel like I missed something.
I know I have fun.
Maybe Jordan Peterson will do the metaphysics of Samurai Jack next week.
Huh. Well, I mean, I think he doesn't know why he suddenly became popular either, right? Because he was sitting there shouting into the internet for a while, and no one's paying attention to him. And then suddenly he got traction. It's almost like what happened with Sargon, right? Where he was doing whatever he was doing, and then Gamergate happened. Like, oh my God, everyone cares about Sargon.
Right.
And so then, and he can't ever walk away from that either because he's tried a couple times. All right, I'm not doing the Gamergate thing anymore. And then his subscriber count goes to 0. It's like, I mean, I'm always going to do the Gamergate thing.
Poor Sargon.
That's
Poor
something
millionaire
told me
Sargon.
I found was interesting. He said he sees mainly 2 types of YouTubers. Those that want to try and be the next best entertainer, and those that want to try and be the next Socrates. That's true.
I don't like soccer.
Do you like the status of Socrates? Would you appreciate that status, a renowned philosopher that people listen to?
The guy that had to drink poison, fuck that. Socrates, either recant or leave or drink this poison.
So what about your principles?
Nothing in my principles say I have to kill myself, you moron.
If you truly believe you are right, you will drink the poison.
What?
Yes.
What did I say? That this means I gotta drink this stupid poison.
They are saying you are a liar, and that your thing is wrong, and that you must die for your crimes. You have not lied.